Alright, hi everyone, it's that boy. Welcome back to my channel, and yeah, it's been a while, but I'm trying to be back and be consistent with my just my uploading. Yeah, and today we'll be talking about the new. It's not exactly new, it's just fairly recent. The recent Joji album, Smithereens. Now, I could be going for something a bit more topical here, but I guess I just want to talk about this album, and albeit late, because better late than never, right? So, yeah, let's get into it. Now, as for the artist himself, Joji, I don't think he needs like much further introduction here. Legendary YouTuber, Filthy Frank turned musician, otherwise known as George Miller. He makes just sort of music in the genres of R&B, alternative pop, and yeah, those kind of stuff. And he's put out like 3-4 albums so far. I don't remember. There's Ballad 1, Nectar, and most recently this one. So I have not listened to Ballads 1, but I will at some point probably. And I think the only thing that I've listened off of that record is Dancing in the Dark, which is a nice song. And we got Nectar, which is a project that initially I wasn't that hot about. I wasn't too crazy about it, but upon just, re-listening after this Smithereens album, I begun to appreciate and enjoy a lot more. So my biggest problem with that record, and I don't think I'm alone on this, it's a fairly popular remark, I suppose, is that the record is a bit bloated. The second half is nowhere near as engaging and as just enjoyable as the first half. And I would call the second half being the batch of songs after Sanctuary. So moving on to Smithereens, what I was expecting here is just a more, balanced, even, consistent quality in the songs, which I was quite positive about when I, saw the shorter play time at first. I thought, so if Joji just sort of, cut his album short, like, because 20 minutes of playtime is like that of your regular EP, which I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing if what we are getting in return is just quality song after quality song, which unfortunately wasn't the case. So I guess I was let down quite a little, because going into this project I was expecting just a short and sweet listen, just packed with quality songs, and no, I didn't get that. This album is just packed with mostly mediocre tracks that don't make you go wow, but instead it makes you go, wait, so that's it. I could see some cool ideas here in the play here, but it feels like they are so underdeveloped. They are dropped halfway, therefore they couldn't reach the full potential. They are not fully and just beautifully executed. So it was kind of a letdown for sure. So looking at this, I have two speculations. So first, maybe the label had rushed him, so Joji just feel pressed to release a record, therefore resulting in this just mild and lukewarm release. Or it's just that at this point in time he's just happy to put out whatever. He doesn't care about, what is what those music snobs think is good. He just put out whatever he's satisfied with, even when it could seem like the work is much inferior to his previous attempts. But that's just my theory. I don't know if that's true. It's just me thinking. All right, so okay, let's get deeper into this project, because as mid, I think, and as not so special this one is, there are still a handful of good tracks. So we should start with an obvious one, the opener, Glimpse of Us. To me, it feels like an exemplary Joji track when the production and the songwriting both land and just blend together beautifully. So we have this somber, moody, sort of introspective production. The whole thing feels like it's not being played through your speaker, but instead it's coming from a dream. That's what it feels like to me whenever I listen to this track. The piano just sounds so, smooth, elegant, and it goes very hard at the chorus. It evokes a lot of feelings within me. That's as far as I would say for the track. On the instrument side of things, overall it's just so beautiful, and the production adds a lot more to it. I don't think there's much else to say. And I do also really I just agree and love and relate to the overall message behind the song, with the person in question here just fantasizing about that one person who he knows the relationship between them is not going to work anyway, even when what he's having right now might be something that is close to perfection, at least on paper, that is. Because sometimes it doesn't matter if the other person, the significant other, your partner, whatever the word here is perfect. It doesn't matter, because sometimes that person being perfect is not nearly as important as whether that person is made for you, whether you guys are truly compatible, So sometimes it's better to fantasize about something of almost a dream, an ideal scenario, sort of, instead of accepting the plain hard truth, I guess. So yeah, just overall beautiful song. I don't want to keep going. So moving on, we also have Die For You, which is another favorite of mine conceptually and lyrically. It feels like a logical expansion to Glimpse of Us. It's like describing the headspace of a person who can't help but have feelings for a person, who's not gonna give them that level of affection, and just straight up, they're not gonna return that same amount of, feelings you have towards them to you. It ain't gonna happen. And that whole thing it's just painful, yet so relatable. I don't even know what else to say about this. You listen to the song, you read into the lyrics, and you immediately get what I'm trying to say. Given you've been through the kind of stuff that Joji and me and some of us might have been through, and musically, I'm talking about the beat. It's cool, like the drum, the synth, it blends together so well. It's nothing too special. I might say the same thing for the Glimpse of Us, but it's done so well. You just hear this and man, this is a good Joji track. It do be so good. Everything just goes so well, and you really cannot complain. It is just that good. And yeah, aesthetically beautiful, lyrically beautiful, just another good track. And probably that's about it for the favorite tracks of mine as far as this track list is concerned. The rest is just I could take or leave. So the song right after A Glimpse of Us, feeling like the end is like a cool track with some, I guess, trap flavor to it. However, it's so short, it feels like this is just like a chorus of a song. It's like part of a complete song. But then Joji just gave up along the way. He thought, this is good enough. This is all you guys are getting. And therefore we're left with this just cool but feels unfinished product, which I could say more about it, but let's just leave it at that. It feels unfinished and short as hell. And we have Before the Day Is Over, which I don't like that unintentional Frank Ocean self-control influence here. I don't think it's intentional, or maybe it is. Doesn't matter. I just don't like that bit of the song. It just feels very unflattering to my ears, and the song just I guess instrumentally does not go as hard and as emotional as the two other songs have done for me. So yeah, another okay track, but I could just leave it. And then we have Dissolve, which it has this acoustic tone to the guitar here, which sounds a bit like a Kurt Cobain track. At least it gives me that impression anyway. But the song it doesn't build up to something. It just goes even throughout. And then the outro is just so weak. I thought it was, like it was suggesting like a build up or something, or at least it felt that way to me. And then the song was over. The outro was like, it was nothing significant. I cannot begin to describe how insignificant the outro is. So it ruined the whole song for me, because the song was so even throughout, and then it didn't even have like a good conclusion to it. So another really just mild and insignificant addition to the track list. And I forgot until now, but like, why the hell does a 24-minute album have 2 discs? It's more like a marketing thing to me, honestly, it feels. And then so yeah, about that, with the first 5 track that I have just gone through, we have disc 1 going to disc 2. It starts with Night Rider, which is again another okay Joji track, blah 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 demo. Yukon, they are like they just feel like demo pieces. There aren't anything exceptional about them. They just sound fine without being special, which makes me feel just sort of I don't even know what to feel, to be honest. It's just there. Yeah. I mean, Yukon sounds okay. It has this slight breakcore aesthetic to it, but then it does not build up, or it does not give this satisfying turn of instrument. I don't know. The beat is not very satisfying to follow through. Technically, each of the song in this second disc has some sort of cool aesthetic to it, but then it feels underdeveloped. So it's just so there for the sake of being there. I don't even want to talk about that. I almost forgot though, the final closer, the final track, the closer, 1 a.m. freestyle. It sounds too processed to be classified as a freestyle. In fact, I mean this could be something that Joji cooked up at 1 a.m. in the morning, and then he just processed it so it sounds cleaner. But again, that's just I just want to say this track does not sound anything like a freestyle. So yeah, overall this project is slightly disappointing. I guess I was expecting a little more. I was expecting something that tops Nectar in terms of just songwriting and ideas and just pretty much on every front, which I didn't get. But that's okay, because Glimpse of Us has become one of my favorite Joji tracks ever. So hell yes, while this project did not top Nectar in any way, it managed to deliver a few really good songs that I will be sticking with for a while. And yeah, that does not excuse the overall just dip in quality though, compared to his previous album, that is. So yeah, I'm hoping that this will just be a Joji chill moment before the next big thing comes. Because if this is all we'll be getting from Joji from now on, just albums with short runtime and with mostly just mediocre songs, I'd go mad. Like, for real, I'd go mad. So yeah, that's it. So if I were to rate this album, I'd give it something like a 5 out of 10 compared to Nectar, which I initially thought is like a 6 out of 10. Now it gets bumped up to a 7 because I've come to love it and appreciate it just way more. And so yeah, hopefully the next thing Joji puts out will be better than both Nectar and this thing. And hopefully we get just a bigger track list too. Yeah, I've run out of things to say. It's been a very convoluted, massive video, so I'm just stop here. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video, and hopefully I can come up with something good. I'll see you guys. Ciao.